Yep. Welcome to another episode of How You Figure That Podcast with your boy DJ.
I'm
Got my
Smitty.
boy, yes sir.
And Dub.
Yeah, y'all already know what it is, man. What's up with y'all, man? How everything been going?
Everything good on my end.
Uh,
Everything good on my end too, bro.
yeah, I thought it was bad on y'all end.
It
Yeah,
is, but
it is.
hey,
Can't complain, man.
right, as the song say, I won't complain.
What y'all going through? I know, I'm down here in Texas. Shit, we had the little ice storm come through. Shit, what I'm saying? Stuck. A lot of people stuck at home for a couple of days. I slid on to work for a couple of them days.
Yeah. I
That's about
was,
all we got.
well, it
Nah, it
ain't. I
was,
mean, it ain't do no damage, but not on the road wise, but trees was falling. Shit, we had the lights. We out of power. So I don't know when they coming back on.
Yeah.
yeah, it's about the same thing here in Little Rock. The roads weren't bad, but everybody was moved around like the next day. It's just a couple power outages and trees falling, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you say y'all power? How long y'all power been out?
A couple
Uh,
days.
yeah. Since Thursday.
Damn. Well, yeah, I'm glad we didn't get that shit. We just got slippery roads, man. That damn ice came through. Shit, got crazy down here, boy. With the work, man. Trucks all on the side of the road, cars. Motherfucker, I almost had a little accident. Shit.
It ain't like that was because of the weather though.
Yeah, it's the weather.
Nah, definitely not the weather.
Oh yeah, you just don't like Texas
Driving.
traffic anyway.
I don't
Yeah.
like they driving.
Hey, when it's slippery outside, man, everybody needs to stay at home. But it got bad.
Yeah.
But man, y'all know what it is, man. It's what they say, Black History Month. Said we turned up for Black History Month. You know, so I think that's gonna be, something we talk about today, but we're gonna put that on the back end because we got something else we want to talk about first. So what we're gonna talk about is forgiveness. We had a little conversation a couple days ago about it, so we want to discuss it a little more today. So, what was it, Lando? You said I'll let you take it because this was your topic.
Right. Can somebody truly forgive, honestly, uh like, cuz had mentioned the other day, it was a lady, somebody in her family got killed, a child or whatever, and the judge ended up sentencing the person like maybe 5 years, for what happened, and the lady, basically didn't, she said, I forgive you and all this, but when the sentences came down and it wasn't what she thought was justice for her, now is it truly forgiveness? I mean, do we say we forgive for just, to make us look good to the other person? Or do we really forgive in our heart? And can we move past that and still have that same relationship with the person that betrayed us?
Right. What I'm saying? That's real deep, like deep, but not too deep at the same time for me, because it's really hard to put a really a period on it, because I don't know. I don't believe you could really forgive anybody, man. It's because like you said, you're gonna always remember it. So can you really forgive them?
Right.
That's just like trust, man. You can't really once you don't trust nobody, just can't really just say I trust you again.
Right.
Still
It'll
really
be
don't
hard
trust
to.
them. Shit. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think eh, if you can't forget about it, I don't think you can forgive. Uh,
yeah.
Bottom line.
So I really want to know, like, where did this term forgive come from? Because it's not a natural it's not a natural human instinct. You see what I'm saying? So where I want to know, where did this term come from? Because if somebody, murder my son, I ain't gonna just sit there and say on public records that I forgive you like some of these people say, because I know me. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell no lie to nobody and say that I forgave them when I truly haven't. You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna
So
be in my you're not gonna be in my circle no more. You know what I'm saying? Because you have betrayed. You know, if I can't eat with you no more, break bread with you no more, get money with you no more, you know, connect with you on a personal level, spiritually, mentally. I I just it's just you just gotta be cut off.
I mean, do you think we was taught that by our oppressors, like to forgive no matter what they did to us or do to us, and just nah, you gotta forgive for that.
I think
Or do you think it
when you
was put
really
in the
sit
Bible
there,
purposely?
that's where I'm finna go. I think we as Christians or whatever faith that we in, we learned that from a religious perspective because it's not a natural human instinct. It's like, you know, we was taught religion, you know what I'm saying? Because God never issued anything to us when we came out of birth. We didn't know nothing about God or we didn't know nothing about Jesus. We can sit a 2 or 3 year old child out in front of us and they don't know nothing about Jesus. You see what I'm saying? Or God. So that's something that had to be taught to them. So just like forgiveness had to be taught to us.
Right, right. What you gotta
But
say, Steve?
I don't know, because I feel like, because now that I think about it, because I don't know, I think it depends on what level we at. Because you're talking about the highest level, then it's hard to forgive people. But if you're just talking about like a basic level, you can forgive people. Like, say you got like, when you raise kids, you got to forgive them for doing stuff because that's what they do. As kids, they make mistakes and they do the stuff they do. So you got to forgive them. You can't just hold that against them the rest of their life. Like, shit, you 20, but I still remember what you did when you was 5. I can't forgive you. So I don't, on that aspect, I kind of see it differently now. So I don't know. I'm kind of like,
We're talking about when you at a conscious level, you know what I'm saying? And what we're thinking about when we're talking about, see, kids don't know betrayal. You see what I'm saying? To a sense, till they get to a certain level of consciousness. You see what I'm saying?
mhm.
So a 2 or 3 year old making a mistake, you can expect that. You see what I'm saying? That's part of the learning curve. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you see what I'm saying? So no, betrayal. I mean, we talking about forgiveness when somebody knows for a fact that they hurted you in some sense. You see what I'm saying? Uh,
Hmm.
you know, but with a kid, that's just a learning curve, So, I mean, we gotta, like I said, it's just a learning curve, So we can't hold that against them because we all had to learn. But we talking about when you talking about forgiveness, we're talking about on a major level. I'm talking about when we're talking about this discussion, what I'm saying? We ain't talking about surface level things.
Hmm.
We talking about major things like heartbreaks, theft, murder. We talking about can you forgive in those arena, to
Right, right, right.
can we forgive in those arenas?
So you're talking about like, adults doing stuff.
Right.
Okay, can you give me like I ain't trying to throw it to you like off the top, but can you give me like a scenario so I can see how I can forgive it?
Okay. All right. Me, you, and Smitty. You know, uh, me and Smitty cousins. We first cousins.
Right.
You know, but I'm gonna just say, for instance, I was messing with your wife. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Now I know better than this. Smitty know this too. You see what I'm saying? But when you find out about it and you call me, now, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a betrayal because I know I betrayed you because it ain't really on Smitty, but Smitty don't keep his mouth closed because that's my motherfucking cousin. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And it's like, damn, it's blood. He in a hard situation because it's blood thicker than water. You see, in a sense, I'm just saying this ain't gonna happen. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to give you an example. This is
Right.
betrayal because I put my cousin in a bad situation, even though he wasn't even part of it. He ain't said nothing up, but just by me being by him being associated to me, you gonna feel that he betrayed you as well.
Right.
And I'm just gonna be like, don't blame me, blame your old lady. Blame your old lady.
See, you see what I'm saying? Can that truly be forgiven?
Nah, I
And
can't
can we
though.
still get money together? Can we still go back to having the same love? Can you still invite Orlando to your house? You see what I'm saying? After he, the did what he did to you, and he's supposed to be your boy. And can you still do the podcast with Smitty? And can y'all still have the same relationship?
Shit.
See, this
Off
is
the
what I'm
top.
talking about. True forgiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Off the top, off the top. Naturally, I'm gonna say no because now I feel like I can't trust this nigga. So
right,
I can't trust neither one of y'all.
right.
Not even just with my woman around, but with anything. So so let me see if I can forgive him.
Hell no, Steve. You can't do it. If you gotta think
I'm trying
about
to
it, that
think.
means you
I'm trying
know you
to think.
can't. If you gotta think about it, you can't do it. Man,
over
forgiveness,
time,
bottom line,
over,
is overrated. This shit is
over
overrated.
time, over time, I probably could though. Probably be like, man, it's water under the bridge, man. Ain't nobody tripping on that no more.
The
So
only
I'm trying to think though. I ain't saying it. I'm just saying maybe that's why I'm trying to think on it. So I don't know.
I
I
think the
kind
only
of
way you can forgive if she going cheat with somebody else, then you be like, yo, she was shit anyway. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's
But
not, but
still,
that's really still not forgiving me though. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. But if you apologize and shit, we run a, what I'm saying, run a little fade or something, shit, then I might be like, shit, man, we cool.
But what if you
Long as I
lose
beat your
though?
ass.
No, what if you lose
And
though?
I can't forgive you. I never forgive you. For sure, I can't forgive you then. But
Damn,
that
I
go
had to
cheating for me to
Pecco. I'd be like, man, dog, I had to Pecco Stig because of your ass. You know, not to fuck with this old lady.
But that's what I'm talking about. True forgiveness.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
somebody
for sure.
murders somebody, man, I'm talking about that stuff cut deep in your heart. Where I'm talking about the forgiveness where you become traumatized in a sense.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about can you forgive when somebody really truly traumatized you?
right. Because I got to, okay. I know somebody with a situation. I guess this is like forgiveness. Like, um, he had a friend that was like, I left you some food in the refrigerator, and then somebody ate his food, and
I I'm gonna tell you
that
now,
was
I
years
didn't
ago.
forgive him. I didn't. I don't give a damn. I know you talk about me, but nigga, cause the nigga started licking his fingers like nigga, hell no, I don't forgive him.
Well, hold on, let me put it all together. So, since you said it was you, I'll try to keep it anonymous, but
Yeah,
so you had your homeboy. He said, "Hey, look out, Smitty. I got you some food in the fridge."
yeah,
You go in there, look in the fridge. Another nigga eating your food. Say, "Oh, I ain't know that was yours."
yeah.
And start licking his
But
fingers.
it's yeah, he started licking his fingers like, man, all right, now you doing it.
Okay.
But his
To this
fat
day,
ass
you
know
still
it
bring
wasn't
it up.
his
You can't
though.
forgive him.
But listen, so one, he knew the fucking food wasn't his in the first place, and he still ate it.
Oh,
Now you licking your fingers like nigga, fuck you, nigga. Yeah, I ate your food. You see what I'm saying? Like, nah,
I hold on, run it back. What you say? It froze up on.
huh? Nah, I said for one, he knew it wasn't his food in the first place.
Yeah.
But his fat ass ate it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Now
Well,
he lick. Then he started licking his fingers like, yeah, fuck you, nigga. Like, yeah, I did it.
So
You
what?
know?
What if he would apologize soon after? He was like, "That's
No,
yours. I ain't know. I apologize."
it'd have been
You
different.
still wouldn't forget.
Nah, it would have been different.
So you would
Now,
have been able to
cuz,
forgive
Now
him
I wouldn't
then.
have forgave him though, but I still would have had respect for him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
now let me ask you this, cuz.
yeah,
Let's get deep with it. Was you traumatized by that situation?
hell yeah,
Yeah.
yes, I was traumatized. Cause now I
Yeah.
know
Talk
shit. I can't leave nothing in the fridge no more. You know what I'm saying? Now I gotta eat my
I,
shit even when I'm not hungry. If I can't, I can't save nothing in the military. Now I gotta just go and eat it, and I might not even be hungry.
uh
But nah, but that's a small scenario though. But I still didn't forgive him though.
so let me read this what I just so I just Googled just the it say what is the true meaning of forgiveness? Psychologic I can't say that word. Psychologists generally define forgiveness as a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings or resentment or vengeance towards a person or a group who has harmed you, regardless of whether they actually deserve your forgiveness. So that's what I Googled that. That's what came up. So that's like, okay, so we're talking about Black History Month. That's just like slavery.
Hmm.
Still can't forgive them. I don't think that could ever be forgiven.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, not for me anyway.
Yeah, like that's deep. We're talking about deep because how can you forgive somebody that put years and years of trauma and generational curses on you, stuff like that. And I believe that's what they're trying to do, you know,
But
like with the educational system.
I mean, we can't forget about it because it's still going on today, though. Like, could you ever forget about it when you're still doing it?
That's why they trying to. I feel like they're trying to erase it in schools so we can forget about it, so it won't. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe. Because
It
you
could
can't
be.
forgive. You can forgive. You never knew. So if we never, generations down the line, they don't even know about the history like that because they trying to, saying wash it out of the textbooks and stuff like that.
Right, right. But if you're still doing it, though, like, how you gonna erase it? Like, you can't erase something if you're still doing it, though.
Yeah, but if you don't know about it, if you don't know what it was before, you don't think nothing of it right now.
So,
Like,
okay, like, how did our ancestors know they was in slavery then?
well, they knew they was in slavery because they was taken away and put into slavery. I'm saying right now, like it ain't no like
But I'm just
slavery, the same
saying,
type of slavery.
people still know that some people know we still in slavery. You know what I'm saying? So you don't think they teach their kids like
Yeah,
what to
you can
look
teach it,
for?
but if you ain't been through it though, it's still a different scenario.
But we still going through it though. That's what I'm saying.
Who is we? Everybody ain't, or they don't see it,
So
and
that's what I'm
everybody not
saying.
growing up like
Everybody
we
didn't
growing
see it
up.
then. That's what I'm saying. Everybody didn't see it then though.
What you, Mitty, hold on now. What you talking about? They seen slavery. They was in slavery. What you mean?
Oh, but I'm saying maybe they thought that was the way of living. Everybody didn't know they was in slavery.
I'm pretty sure they knew.
How?
It was a way of living, but they knew they was in slavery.
How they know they was in slavery? No, okay. So
Because
you saying they? So how do we not know we in slavery now? Then
what form of slavery are we in?
a
Everybody don't
modern
see it the
day
same.
slavery. We still pay
Everybody,
taxes. We pay taxes. That's slavery. I'm saying,
that's,
but we don't know we slaves though. Just like they probably didn't know they were slaves.
man, you sound like a slave. No, oh, you tripping on this one.
I'm saying, how am I? So what you say, Orlando?
I mean, we definitely are still enslaved because I'm
But
gonna
I'm
tell
saying,
you
but
why.
so how do they? So how do we not know that we are slaves? Just because they said we slave ended, but how we not know we still slave? And then my question is, how did you know the ancestors knew they were slaves then, if that was the case? If we don't know either, if we don't know we were slaves, how did they know?
So
I'm
you
gonna
talking
tell
about right?
you.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
First off, I'm gonna tell you how you know you're a slave. We can look at each one of our last names and look at our pigmentation and tell that that's not the origin of our name.
Right.
That's why you still enslaved.
Yeah,
That,
I know, but I'm saying so. It's a lot of black people out here, right? To till this day, don't know we slaves, and not just black
that's
people,
true.
huh?
I mean, but the thing is, they don't. But see, it's depths to this slavery thing on a mental level now. I mean, yeah, maybe physical slavery may be out, but now it's the depths of the mental slavery now.
Hmm.
So a lot of us don't know we are enslaved, but we are enslaved in the mind,
Right,
and we still enslaved physically too. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, you can go down the list. And, how many of us got killed by somebody that didn't look like us. You see
right.
what I'm saying? That was in a political power or something, and they got off scot free. Didn't have no repercussions for what they done. All we ever did was stand up, protest, and march, and we still fighting the same march that we were fighting in the '60s, the '70s, and we still fighting the same thing today. So yes, we are still enslaved.
But
But
to answer that,
Stig,
I
I'm
don't
saying, but
feel
Stig saying that the difference is that we don't know we were slaves, but our ancestors knew they were slaves though.
because you got to look at it. It's different classes now. It's black people mingling in with the white people.
Okay,
Some
they did
every
that
black
back
person,
then, but they did that back then. You have field slaves and you got house slaves.
but you
So I
still
mean,
weren't treated. You wasn't accepted at the same time. You could tell the
so you
difference.
don't think they treated the house slave better than the field slave? How you
Yes,
think
but you
they?
said
Well, how the hell you think the field slave stayed in line? It was because of the house slave.
yeah, but you said it. I don't really understand what you said, but um,
I don't get what
they
you're saying.
slaves is a slave right now. Slave, you talking? You speaking right now? That's somebody you got to really think about. Am I a slave? Because everybody don't see it the same. Everybody's not in the same
Okay,
social
so what's
status.
your
Black
definition of a
people, I'm saying.
slave then? What's your definition of a slave for back in the day slave? What's that? What's that? What kind of I mean, what's your definition of that type of slave?
Because that was forced slavery, like forced. You were forced into free labor. You were forced into
So they still have prisons for that.
being owned.
So they still got prisons for that. So it's still going on today.
That's a difference, though. It's a difference.
How? How is that
That's
any
what I'm
different?
saying.
They motherfucker go out to work damn near for free though, right?
Yeah, because that's because of a crime you committed or got accused of. I'm saying back in the day, slavery was you forced to do this. You were
Okay,
property. You
but they
owned.
changed the laws for it to be like, you know what I'm saying, slaves to, you know what I'm saying, to work or whatever. They didn't change the laws for that. But it's
Yeah,
still the
but you're not
same
there.
thing. It's
But are
still
you
the
in
same thing
prison?
because they still put niggas in the fucking prison. They
Right.
still
But
put
are
people.
you in prison?
I'm saying, shit, it ain't like I can't go tomorrow if they find something on me.
Yeah, anybody can go. Anybody can go though.
Yeah, I mean, they still had white slaves too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, pretty sure, but you don't know for sure how they
I'm
work.
just saying.
So that's what I'm saying. You're not in prison to say you a slave. You speaking on the people that's in there.
Okay, but I'm saying, all right, so give me another. Okay, so that's the only reason you could say they were slaves.
Because they
Tell
was
me
forced
something
to
else.
do it. They was
Huh?
beat. They was beat
So, all
regularly.
right, hold it right there.
Hold on,
Motherfuckers
listen.
still
Hold on,
get.
listen. Because you about to say some stuff that that don't compare to it.
Okay,
I'm
people
saying
do still
slavery.
get, but people
Slavery
still
was
get hung
forced.
today. What you talking
Slavery
about?
was forced. You
People
said
still get
occasional.
hung today. So people don't get hung today. People don't get lynched today. You see it on the video. They don't still get beat down.
But that's not the same. You can't compare the
It is
two.
the same. That is the same. They
No,
died,
it's
didn't it?
not.
How is
It's
that
not
not
the
the
same.
same? So you ain't
It's
seen
not.
nobody get killed for no reason.
Yes, but it's not the same what you saying.
It's
So
the same to
man, we got
me.
to keep going
A
back and forth.
motherfucker died, didn't it? That's the same to me. A motherfucker died, didn't it?
That don't mean okay. I'm gonna let you have it.
Ah, go ahead, go
So,
ahead.
so
No,
what is slavery? So the definite, I mean, so I guess we got all the different definition of what slavery is. But my definition of slavery is when you are controlled by a different group of people and forced to do what they want you to do, that is not of your will.
All right. So let me ask you this: does that still happen today?
Yes.
That's all I
But
want.
now let me understand this too, though. We volunteer ourselves now.
Right,
See, at
right.
a time
Yeah,
we were forced. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying? But now, you know, I mean, I don't know if anybody ever heard of Willie Lynch syndrome, but now we volunteer ourselves to be slaves. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. But
I
does it make
mean,
it any difference though? Is it a different though?
no, because now they ain't gotta beat you. Now physically, you already it's passed down through the bloodline. Now it's generations. Now, I mean, back then the women used to give their kids to the slave master before they wouldn't get beat. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
So now it's the same thing today. You know what I'm saying? The first thing your parents gonna go tell you to go get you a job.
right,
So she giving it to you. You see what I'm saying? I mean, and in their mind, they think that that's the best way because it's bred in us. They didn't tell us, well, won't you go produce like your native culture? See, you are
right,
a producer. You are the king. You see what I'm saying? You come from gold. You had high spiritualities. You was in tune with nature. You was in tune with all spirituality. You see what I'm saying?
right,
See, they didn't tell you that. They told you to go get a job. They told you to go to church, go to the synagogue, go to the mosque, which is somebody controlling you still, because religion is a part of control. It's a fear-based thing, So, like I say, they just we are handed now by generations. We just hand it down. The next person have a baby, they gonna name them, Orlando Winston.
Brandon. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they
Brandon
ain't gonna
Smith.
name them,
But that's a
but they ain't
that's
gonna
a
name
that's a
them.
real slave right there.
Right,
The whole name, slave.
right.
but
Oh
shit, we
no,
kind of got
Devontae though, that sound like a nigga name though. Where that come from?
it really come from Nigeria.
Yeah,
It means I'm lying like a
my
motherfucker. I
bad.
don't know. Boy, and motherfucker Devontae Swing. That's where I got my name from. Wherever he got his from, I don't know.
From Jodeci? You was
Yeah,
named after
that's why
Jodeci?
I'm.
You was
Yeah,
named-
Hey, hey, Steve. Hey,
huh,
your name is Ebonics and English, modern day English. Your name is Ebonics D.
yeah.
Von Tay. Von Tay.
Hey,
Ebonics, modern day English.
basic.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Hey, but
But
let
yeah,
me.
so I mean, we could just sit back and look at it though. I mean, because think about it. How many of us named our kids,
Right.
Thomas,
Yeah.
John? See, I mean, I didn't, but I was the first one that didn't. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But because I woke up before I had a child. But if I didn't, I would have named him Orlando Jr. like a dump. You know what I'm saying? But I
Right.
gave him an African name.
Smitty, what's your son name?
I'm a dummy.
Oh, oh shit, man. But let me get us
Hey,
back on.
Steve,
Uh,
what's your son name, Steve?
uh, both of my sons named after me. They ain't got my whole name. My oldest son's named Devon, and then my youngest, his name Dante.
Right.
Yeah, on my face. But shit, damn. Can y'all
So
hear
let me
me?
ask you this then. Like I say, this is Black History Month. So tell me something about, y'all. Who are y'all favorite Black leaders? Who inspired you to kind of to wake up in a sense to value yourself as a people? Who was that person that inspired you?
My first person was Malcolm X, because they ain't never teach us about him in school. So when the movie came out, we didn't even. Well, I didn't even know who he was until the movie came out. But I was feeling what he was saying though, and I feel the speeches that he be giving, was given, stand up.
What about you,
Huh?
yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know. I really can't say who mine was. But someone that really put a batter in my back was Louis Farrakhan. I listened to him. I started listening to him a few years ago. And shit, he kind of changed my way of thinking. Not that I think like him, but just man, that nigga be talking, but
yeah.
man? Much respect to him too, because I'm gonna tell you something. I mean, anybody can do that. I don't care. I mean, he woke a lot of people up by just valuing black, even though he put it in a religious context. Even though he is a Muslim, you know. But I got mad respect for Louis Farrakhan. He loved
mm,
black people. I'm gonna put it to you like that. And he stood up. But mine was at one time it was Malcolm X. As I gained more consciousness, it was Dr. Malachi York. He said some good things. Then I listened to John Henry Clark, Bobby Hemmett. I mean,
I
I
was
listened
gonna
to
say Bobby Hemmett. Nah, that's who I fuck with the most though. Now,
yeah, it's a lot of great ones. That's why Quasi. I mean, it's a lot of great ones. Marcus Garvey. I mean, it's a lot of things that we should celebrate of our black history. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Benjamin Banneker. You know what I'm saying? What he did. A lot of people don't know
mm,
about Benjamin Banneker. So I think Black History Month. We should celebrate that every day, all day, because
right
of our royalty. We should have no 28 days for this. But at the end of the day, that you got to wake yourself up and find out who you truly, really are. And until you do that, you're gonna always be celebrating 4th of July, Christmas,
now we can't
thanks
even.
not giving,
Now we can't even do
Thanksgiving.
June. We can't even vote. I can't even vote Juneteenth no more, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Nigga,
but you gotta think about this stuff. Who give us this Black Lives Matter stuff? Black Lives Movement stuff. I mean, if you really look at do the research on this stuff, it was
George
given to us
Soros,
by
a white dude.
exactly. You see what I'm saying? And until we start backing ourselves for our own motives and our own mission, it's not gonna be stable. It's always gonna be a fraud. You see what I'm saying? We got too many holes in our movement. It's too many holes, too many leaks in our pipes in this movement when we call the black community.
Right.
And we need to, like I say, the knowledge is out there. But what we need to start doing, see, it's enough information out there for us to move forward. But what we got to start doing is start thinking alike and start seating people together.
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I say, man. That's why like they say, 28 days. We get 28 days, but man, it's a lot you can do in 28 days. We take it as learning Black history. That's why I think we need to change it to Black Future
Right.
month, because we need to look into the future. What ways we could change? 28 days. Let's go on a strike. Buy nothing but black. Stop buying from white people, and we'll see how much cultural impact we really have. You
Yeah.
know, the whole month of February, we just all black. Support black businesses.
I
Go
just don't
straight
even
black.
like calling it. I don't really like calling it Black History though. Just our history. You know what I'm saying? Man, just take it
Hmm.
out. Just take the whole Black History shit out of it. And just be our history.
Yeah, that's
Well,
why I want
do you?
Black
Hey, that's
Future,
why.
man.
Hey,
Because you know what I'm saying, you
look,
start
that's why it's
naming it.
called.
I'm saying you start naming shit. That's when shit goes south.
Well, you got to understand when you say history, it's his story,
That's why I said our story.
our story.
Talk
So we
about
need to
us.
start telling
You know
our
what I'm
story,
saying?
but our
Talk
story
about
is
us
told.
though. Huh?
but our story is told. Everybody, well, I'm gonna take that back. Everybody don't know our story, but it's enough of us out here that do know our story, but we don't know how to cement each other together because we got too much ego or whatever the case may be. We
Right.
always gotta have a leader. It ain't no leader. That's how you get fucked up.
Right. Hey, I bet you. I bet you nobody can point out who the leader of the KKK is.
Nah,
I
they
don't
got a
know.
leader.
Huh?
They got a leader.
Who? What's his name? That motherfucker.
I can't think
The
of it off top.
the amendment. That's the fucking leader.
What?
The Constitution. That's the leader. Shit.
Yeah. But I feel like, man, for as black people, man, we so far, it's so much we don't know. Like, I'm from Arkansas. It's a lot of black history I don't even know in Arkansas. Only thing they ever taught us, we get the Little Rock Nine, and that's really it. That's really all they
Hey,
tell us, man. There's so much more we don't know.
Did they tell you
check
Jerry
out
Jones
Elaine,
was there?
Arkansas.
You hear me?
Check.
Stig.
Huh?
Did they tell you Jerry Jones was there?
No.
Okay.
But hey, like you said though, it's a lot of history in Arkansas. I mean, look at Eli. I mean, go back and look up Elaine, Arkansas, and what they did. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if y'all ever heard of that story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Just
I have.
another Black Wall Street. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So we. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that we did here, but it always been taken away from us
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because we look. I'm gonna tell you something. One thing we can do, we can accumulate, but what we don't know how to do is to keep it.
Right.
Yeah, man. So I say we behind, man. Like like a lot of people don't know we got our own flag. We got a Black American flag. I believe it's
Yeah.
two of them that
Hey,
I've seen, and
yeah.
we don't represent it with pride, man. Like you see, like Mexicans, they fly, they have their flags everywhere. They gonna represent. And, we got our own flags, man. We got
Like a lot of us don't know though.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is we need to come together, man. Like I said, take advantage of these 28 days, if not the whole year.
So look, so since
Well,
you,
we
hey,
need to challenge
listen,
something. We need to challenge the viewers. Then you know what I'm saying?
or
Hey,
Sting should
let-
be the one that tell us what the black flags represent, and because I ain't even know we had a black flag.
Yeah,
I
like I
know.
said, it's
I can
two
tell
of
you
them.
one of them.
So the
Go
next,
ahead, Lando.
so on the next show, next episode, shit, we gonna come back with that about what the black flag stand for and with the symbols of it, so you can know what it look like.
All
And I
right.
want to know. And let's talk about who created that flag.
Yeah, and that
And
too. Yeah, where it come from, where it originated at. Any final words? We only got like a minute left. Y'all got any final words?
No, we can go ahead.
You got something to say, Linda?
oh no, man, just love our black people, man. Just let's try to get together, educate, each one teach one.
I like that. We're gonna end it on that note.
Black Power.
It's been another episode of How You Figure That Podcast, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in, share, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Fuck with us one
Yes,
time.
sir. Yes, sir. Black Power.